Hello and welcome to Elizabeth Magical Garden, a magical garden reaching for the stars. Episode 171. Hi, my name is Elizabeth from Elizabeth Magical Garden, a magical garden reaching for the stars. Guys, welcome back to the holidays. Cheers. Happy holidays. Happy holidays. Look how I started this podcast. Basically, you could tell I am in the holiday spirit. I chose to make it a point to enjoy going forward the rest of the year. These moments, these times are special, I believe, and regardless of what is your religion or what you follow, what you believe in, just being amongst the people that you love, friends, family, people that you respect and admire as well. It's that's a real blessing to be had. So happy holidays. So this is actually an intro because I am going to push forward to one of my pre-recorded videos for you guys talking about our finances. Now, don't go. Stay put. I know with the holidays, we're spending money, things is going, we're trying to find money, all this type of things, all the things are happening, right? And this is why I decided to use this particular episode for this week. Number one, getting and understanding your finances and directing the numbers in the places. It's all about puzzles and boxes, right? Checking off the boxes. If you can just get a hold spiritually, mentally, and emotionally in terms of your belief systems about finances and money, you will really find yourself in a better place, as well as educating yourself. That is something that I am continuously working on. You know, if you're anything like me, you may feel like a late bloomer. They didn't teach anything about money in school, especially when I wasn't growing up, and still now. It's really a shame that finances are not taught in the school system. That definitely needs to change because understanding how the economy works, understanding what money and investing and all the things that are available to you to make the right decisions going forward for your money, it's really important. So let's pray and pray that one day, I'm praying that, the system will change, and I truly believe that it will. I truly believe that we will, because this is the time, the times. This is where we are being all led and understanding how money works and what is allotted to you to be able to gain and just be more fruitful in general, whether it's saving, investing, just educating yourself, and then going back to see where you are, right? Because it's not about going fast and acquiring all the things. It's about educating yourself, going back in your lab and seeing what can be tweaked. What can you do? What are you comfortable with? And then start from there. We are all here for what? Financial freedom. Anyway, guys, enjoy the episode. Be sure to check out the links down below because I always like to put little treats going forward for you guys. I actually just finished reading this book and it's called The Magic of Thinking Big. It's a really, really good book. And guess what? It's free. Why is it free, you may ask? It's because it is on YouTube. Yes, your girl I finished the book in one day, like legit. I let it play throughout the night. Instead of having rainfalls and thunderstorms, I chose to read a book because unfortunately my sleep does break, guys. That's still a thing. I feel like I'm mellowing out, but that's part of the seasons of being a woman of a certain age. It is what it is. So rather not fuss, I choose to accolade my time wisely. See how I just did that? Right. Read a book. I don't do it all the time because you want to like really doze off, but that's what happened last night and it was a really good book. So I'm going to put the link of the channel. So if you're interested, you can definitely, it's not a hard read. It's not a hard listen. It's actually really, really, really good. So I wouldn't suggest it if it wasn't. In saying that, happy holidays, guys, and enjoy. It is a beautiful time of the year. I know that everyone, or I should say, everybody, is probably running around doing the things that life is requiring from each and every one of you. We're all pushing through, but I'm really excited about today's topic, which is about finances. It has really been a thing for me to really work on my proficiency of understanding what is best for me to acquire it. And that is a very important mix because everybody's situation is totally different. So, understanding what you can put in motion and what it will bring to you for the state of where you are in your life is extremely important. And the only way I find, after praying, of course, I find to get to that point is education, educating yourself. I was just reading this book. I'm almost done, guys. Buffett, it's not, I didn't stop reading it because it's not a good book, but that's just me. I'm always like kind of like hopping around depending on what I need. Sometimes I might need a spiritual word. So I did want to stress on the fact of having this in your arsenal. It doesn't have to be Buffett, but any financial book. It's key to have, whether it's laying around in your phone, just have it, just really understand and start. I would say start with like investments in terms of like just like understanding like what is the stock market, just a 101 type of read, you know what I mean, just to understand and get familiar with the language, because it is a language. I know it's a language for me. It's a completely new language because this is not something that has been taught in school. So it makes perfect sense that you would have to learn the language first and then move forward, right? So right now I'm learning the language, and I suggest everyone do the same. And you might be saying like, oh, okay, well, pretty much I don't need to read a book to understand money because I do my business every single day. I pay my bills, I balance my checkbook, etc., etc. No, so far from the truth. And I used to think like that, guys. I used to be like, okay, I heard people talking about, like understanding certain things, but like it just was like, okay, I'm doing like, what is there to understand? I'm paying my bills and I'm doing what I have to do. But there's so much more about understanding, how the economy works. And until you do that, I personally believe, how can you find your spot? Because let me tell you something. God has designed you to be successful. God has designed you to be fruitful. And how can you live up to the design of God in your life? He designed you, He created you, if you don't understand what tools is needed. You know, God always meets you where you're at. He's never going to put more on you. So if you're not taking and understanding certain things, which is your finances for yourself, it's not to say that you will not get daily bread, right? But you want the whole dough factory. So in order to do that, you got to kind of like understand and work that into your life as well. I truly believe the more whatever you focus on is what you shall get, right? And I'm not sitting here talking about, oh, just think about getting a lot of money or acquiring a certain type of money. That's cool too, but number one, understanding how it's obtained. What does it take to have an order for you to be able to be eligible for certain things, right? So one of the things is having assets, right? Having assets is a number one surefire way to open and put you in a bracket of more lucrative potential for your life, because you have something to go against, right? But a lot of us, including myself, obtain a lot of liabilities, the things that's not putting money back into your account, and let me tell you something. I'm not sitting here poo pooing on anybody's parade because we all are living this life. We all are doing the things and experiencing the things. And yes, that does take money. But I find the more you educate yourself about it, you will make different decisions, right? And you'll be able to get more for your buck because you'll be able to understand and actually become more responsible, to your money. I know for me, like those impulse buys, I'm not saying I'm perfect, guys. I am still working on it. Your girl is still working on it. Okay, believe you me. Okay, but I am way further than I was before. So I definitely wanted to discuss that. Now I know that the Christmas holiday is like it's Christmas, okay, period. Because what it's like a couple of days, 12 or 11 days until Christmas. So excited, right? And you're probably saying this is not the most desirable um segment right now, but it is. It is because you want to already have the seed planted in your mind, in your spirit to do better, to want more. 2024 is right around the corner, guys. So I'm not saying don't party, but already start working on your game plan. What is the game plan? What is the mission? Because a person without a mission is going nowhere. And that's not what we're doing. We're winners on this team. So try to at least I would you know what? I'm gonna give you the easiest thing that you could do. There's a couple of things, but get Audible. It's 15 I think it went up. I think it's like $16 a month. Right, $15 to $16 a month, right? That's like what, a coffee and a Danish or whatever the situation is, or a muffin, whatever you get with your coffee. Get Audible because not everybody has the time to sit down. And this is not sponsored, okay, guys, but open to it. All right. But I'm just saying, I want to share, I like to share what has been working and the things that does work for me. And if you get something out of it, that makes me so excited. That's payment for me. Okay. So get Audible, right? Get Audible and able put yourself in a winning position where you could at least listen to the book, right? Because not everybody is able to sit down and read a book. For me, it is very hard. I try. I tend to different in different times I can do it, but more so I rather be have a narrator. Yes. So I'm still retaining the information. I'm listening to way more books than I would if I was trying to read on my own. And this allows you while you're taking care of kids, while you're commuting back from work or going to, you could just pop in your book, read your book while doing what you're going to do. I'm all about the multitasking. I always feel like get the best for your bang. Stay organized. Don't put too much stuff on your plate because you want to show up great, right? But if there is a time slot that you can actually add something in, I always say go for it, right? So, yes, you could just put it in, pop it in, be okay, get through a book, revisit the book, and just educate yourself. Make it a point to have a certain amount of like books every month that is just strictly or just retaining whatever information is strictly about the economy and money and how it works. Keep your ear to the channel, right? Because this is where everybody is. Like my son the other day just showed me how to do the Apple Wallet. Guys, I can't even don't even let me don't even well, you know what I always say. Don't let me hold you, okay? For Brooklyn, like I'm not gonna even keep you. Period. And changed my life. Like you got to be careful, and I'm sharing this with you guys because you got to be careful of getting comfortable sometimes, especially I feel like my generation tend to feel like that too, and I mean, I'm not dating myself, but I'm 50. And I just feel like some things, and that's what happens to everybody, right? Time, everything starts to change in your life. You know, the more blessed you, the longer to live, right? You see things change right before your eyes. And a lot of times you find, the older generation, even older than me, it's hard for them to uh change it up, right? So keeping your finger on the pulse of that, or whatever the situation, still opening ourselves to being received receivable of information, not feeling like we know everything, not feeling it's easy to get stagnant. So educating yourself, I would say definitely get Audible. Another thing, YouTube. I just finished telling you a book that I just got, right? YouTube have a lot of free books. If you don't, or if you can't get Audible right now, you could go on YouTube. There's so much free information, but you have to have the hankering for it. You have to have the want, right? So write down the things that you don't know. Ask yourself some questions. What works? What do you know about the economy? And see what you and write it down. Write down 5 things. And if you notice that there's not a lot of things on here, you may want to, or the things that you put is just not enough, and I'm sure it's not. If it's like me, if it was like mine, I knew a couple of things, but not nowhere near to what I know now. And I'm still learning. I'm at the beginning, guys. Okay. So you could do that, get online and just read. Just make it a point. Maybe like while you have your coffee, just skim through and just read some information about what decisions is being made. Who are the people that's making the money? What are they doing? More than likely, they're investing or have invested in companies. You could also learn about the stock market if you want to get into investments. There's so many things out there that you can start exactly where you are. Don't think that you don't have enough to do the things that I'm suggesting, because you do. If you have $1, okay, a 50 cent, $1, if you have $1, you can you have enough. It's all about morsels. Anyway, guys, I hope that you enjoyed this segment. I definitely will be popping in and doing more uh talks on money, and just our minds and how we think about money and what comes up, right? Because money is not just about acquiring the money, it's also about our perception and where how we feel about money. What is our belief systems? Because a lot of times our belief systems are the one and the main factor of why we cannot attain it. Guys, be sure to check the links down below. Stay blessed, stay in peace, and stay in power. Peace. Hey guys, leave a comment, a review, preferably 5 stars. And don't forget to check me out on Instagram, because what is popping over there? And also check out my YouTube channel to stay connected and see your girl's lovely face. Guys, I love you so much. Keep on pushing, and I'll definitely speak to you soon. Be blessed.